Well, let the words of my mouth, Yah, and the meditations of my heart, Yah, be acceptable in your sight, Yah. 'Cause you're my Yah, my strength, my redeemer. Well, let the words of my mouth, Yah, and the meditations of my heart, Yah, be acceptable in your sight, Yah. 'Cause you're my Yah, my strength, and my redeemer. Well, let the words of my mouth, Yah, and the meditations of my heart, Yah, will be acceptable in your sight, Yah. 'Cause you're my Yah, my strength, my redeemer. You're my Yah, my strength, my redeemer. So let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart, Yah, be acceptable in your sight, Yah. 'Cause you're my Yah, my strength, my redeemer. You're my Yah, my strength, my redeemer. You're my Yah, my strength, my redeemer. So let it be acceptable in your sight, Yah. 'Cause you're my Yah, my strength, my redeemer. Well, let the words of my mouth, Yah, and the meditations of my heart, Yah, be acceptable in your sight, Yah. 'Cause you're my Yah, my strength, my redeemer. You're my Yah, my strength, my redeemer. Hallelujah. Let the words of my mouth, family, and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in your sight, Abba. Because you're my Elohim, my Elohim, my strength, and my redeemer. He can't nobody take his place. No, sir, not in that. No, sir, no, ma'am. It's him, family. It's all about him. Once we come to realize that our whole lives has been set up as an opportunity to meet and what's the word? To meet and greet with your maker. To meet and greet your maker. Every single day. Every day with him is brand new, family. It's brand new. Hallelujah. The Most High is so amazing, family, and that word is so small for him. But that's the one we know, and that's the one I have to put on him to label him as. He's so amazing. He's so good to us, family. A lot of times when you're in positions, like this sister was sharing today, you're in a separated position unto him for a purpose. He's got you in that place so you can be accountable to his word in your life. And that's me adding my 2 cents on what she said, because right before I listened to her, he whispered in me, "Are you accountable?" I said, "Am I accountable, Lord? Most High, you know what good well I'm accountable." Let me see what he actually said. My goodness. He said, "Are you accountable?" No, do you accept accountability? Do you accept accountability? Family, you know how powerful that word is, that idea is. Will you accept accountability? Yes, indeed. And let me read that. He said, do you refuse accountability? And that was a gut punch, family. I mean, that was a gut check. You know when somebody hits you in the stomach? Or even worse, when somebody hits you in the kidneys. I had my, one of my blood brothers, Mark Botsley. We was sparring one day. And we used to just slap box. But this joker got, I think he got upset because I called him one time and he sidestepped me and caught me in the kidney. Family, I just crumbled like a big baby and just, tears in my eyes. I said, I'm going to get you. I said, I'm going to get you. And he said, get up then. Won't nothing I could do. I laid there like a baby for about 5-10 minutes. Finally, that pain subsided. But that's how that word this morning was, do you refuse accountability? Then it came back later with, are you accountable? So do you refuse accountability? And then are you accountable? To your brothers and sisters, and more than not to the Most High. But she shared a powerful word. Unity as one forever. I spoke on her channel before and said that's a good place you can go and get some word from. She really holds us accountable. Fiery speaking for the Most High. And what she was saying, family, was, can the Most High trust you to put you in different scenarios? Now, this is in my own word. This is how I received it. Can you trust to put you in different scenarios to where you will still be accountable to Him and the call on your life? Or are you going to get in certain positions and forget about Him? Oh, boy. And forget about Him. But our idea today, family, let me say I do hope everyone is well and that you're able to get out and enjoy this day like I am. Getting in some fresh air, some sunshine. And the Most High willing some good exercise. Hey there. Hey there. The geese done meandered over here. A pair of them. Brother and sister. Male, female, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, are you accountable? That's powerful. But the idea the Most High gave me, family, was all things are working together. All things are working together. And He put His signature on this word by confirming it like he always does by the word of the day. And it's called prepense. Prepense. And it means deliberate and intentional. So with the Most High, family, there's no coincidence. There's no, oh, that just worked out for you that time. No. Family, the Most High has been working everything out for my good. And I dare say my whole life He has been, but when you're He got you boxed in and you're dependent totally on Him, then you can see His hand in your life, exercising this together, moving this over here together, all for your good, to keep you boxed in. To keep you boxed in for that season, because He needs to teach you. And just as I heard my aunt over there from Covenant Awakenings this morning say, Karis, it was like you're in a position where the Most High is breaking you down and there's no recovery until He say it's time to get up. It was like he'll have you go through something and He'll break you down to where you have to depend on Him. And what He's talking about is he had just got the job of his lifetime, and he lost that job, and then he got another job, and they ended up firing him or laying him off. And he was like, you know, you think the Most High is done with you. You think you're doing what he will call you to do. Then here comes something else. And family, I could really testify with what he was saying today. Because just after I had that stroke in 2016, I believe it was, and then turn around here in 2024, and when I had the stroke, I had to have a heart valve transplant, where they put in a artificial valve. So here in June, or past June, in 2023, I had another heart valve issue, to where they had to go in and replace that. And see, family, when I finished in 2016 after that stroke, I was doing the best I've done. Not as far as money now. I was making pretty good money at one time, but as far as the freedom, being on my own, not having to answer to anybody but the individual in my face, the customer. And I can smooth talk anybody in this world if I need to. But I know how to please a customer, but at the same time, I don't have to kiss no boss's butt because of the politics, you know. But when you go to a customer's home and they want a service from you, that's where you have to show and prove. There's no in between. But yeah, I had to have that. Like I said, I was doing the best I thought I could do at the time. And the thing about it is my business was growing. I was right at the threshold of hiring another helper and training them so they can do the work I was doing. And I could pretty much after that start taking breaks, I thought. But the Most High said no. He destroyed all that in one swoop. And it was from working off the job. I did something to my elbow one day and it got infected down in there. And that sent the infection straight to my heart valve. I was dizzy and delirious. Like I said, the last day on the job I was on, it took me about 2.5 hours to finish. I say 2 hours to finish a 30-minute job, putting a crib together. Now, some of you might be saying, well, it should have took you 2 hours. That's a crib. But not me. I know how to put stuff together. I know how to read the directions for one. All I need to do is see it one time and I pretty much got it. Now, some jobs you have to sit there and go step by step watching it. But what I do as I unbox, I grab the directions and you lay things out on your blanket. And I lay them out according to how they're going to be assembled. But that thing took me almost 2.5 hours. That's because I was totally out of my mind with fever. It took me, nothing but the grace of the Most High that I got home well. Because I was just, I was out of it. Couldn't see out of one eye. I'm just praising the Most High for getting me home well. I finally got home and turned the air all the way up because I was burning up and went in there and laid down. Now, what I didn't know when my wife got home is that I had went to the restroom and pissed all over her toilet. And when she came home, which was a blessing because she came home on a break going from one job to the next to her part-time. And she come home fussing. Call my whole name out like my mama used to do. Why you done pissed all over this toilet? She said, are you all right? Something got to be wrong with you. She comes storming into the room because the air is wide open and you done pissed on the toilet. I said, I don't feel too good. And she snapped and went right on into nurse's mode like she did when I had that stroke in 2016. But see, family, what I'm saying is the Most High will box you in. He'll put you in a position where you can't say, you can't move like you used to. And like Karis was saying, you'll look foolish because people are like, well, why don't you use your education? Why don't you use your background to get you another job instead of doing what you're doing now? and there's no answer. I'ma stay here with him. I'm not running out that door no more trying to do my own thing because I don't learn them lessons. And that's what he was saying in his own words. But I could totally identify with them two ox this morning, where that ox and that occulted. And see, that's how the Most High will put a prepense on your life, where he's deliberate. He'll put a prepense word into your life, so all things can continue to work for your good. But let's put some scripts on it, and then we're going to get into this idea. And we looked at Romans 8:28 through 30. And it says, and we know. It says, and we know. That don't leave no room for the discussion, do it, family? And we know that all things work together for good to those who love the Most High, to those who are called according to his purpose. For whom he foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he predestined, these he also called. Whom he called, he also justified. And whom he justified, these he also glorified. Family, I just saw something in this, and we need to get this. And it said, for whom he foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son. So are we all predestined to be like many Christ or many Mashiachs in our own right? As his son, right? As one of the Most High's sons. So we're called to be the mirror image of him. As I believe I'm getting into another script. But that's what it means to be conformed to the image of his Son. I think I saw that in another version. To be conformed to the mirror image of his Son. And what did Mashiach do? He saved souls. He came and gave his whole life, family, to redeem us back to the Father. And that we can live the life that he called us to live. From the fall, where the Most High said, be fruitful and multiply. See, he wasn't just talking about no youngest, family. He was talking about that spiritual life that he died when he died. He couldn't multiply that life, so Yahushua had to come back and show us how to do it. And let's look at some words. We saw prepense, which means deliberate and intentional. Well, let's look at predestined. The idea that the Most High, being omnipotent and omnipotent, has predetermined the fate or destiny of individuals, including their salvation or damnation, before the foundations of the world. Some see predestination as essentially synonymous with divine determination or determinism, which you could say divine determination, or he determined that this was going to be that way from the get-go. That the Most High determines all your life choices and happiness. Now, of course, he determines them, but it's up to us to make that decision. Because what we do is we'll say, because he gives us a free will, he already know what we're going to do in the first place. So he worked this over here to that over there, according to how you're going to act. But it's all predetermined, and we're all predestined. And then we see the word called, and it means to cry out to someone in order to summon them or attract their attention. Like we're doing on this channel, calling people to repentance and summoning them to the Most High. And also, let me say this: when I was in 2016, when I had that stroke, I had to learn how to walk and talk again. And you may hear me stumble across words. It hadn't always been that way. Before I spoke very well when I did speak. But now I still have a few issues, but the Most High is dealing with that. address or refer to someone by a specified name, title, or endearment. That's what it means to be called. See, that's what the Most High did when He woke us up in 2016. And wouldn't you know, as soon as He wake me up, He started boxing me. What they say, for the master's use. And then we looked at justified, which means declared or made righteous in the sight of the Most High. Declared or made righteous in the sight of the Most High. That's simple and plain. And then glorified, it means especially of something or someone ordinarily or unexceptional. Someone ordinary or unexceptional, represented in such a way as to appear elevated or special. Thank the Most High that He glorified me from my former past. And after that, that's when He said, are you accountable? That's when I wrote down that. Or do you refuse accountability? Like, Papa, I don't get it. Do I refuse accountability? Then it came back, are you accountable? So do I refuse accountability coming in, and am I accountable going out to my ox and the coaches and to all those that's watching on the sideline from the back? But the idea is, family, is forward focus. This is how we're accountable. Forward focus. That means we're only focused on what's ahead, not to the left or to the right. What we're going to see as I was sharing with my aunt, and let me say, I got this script. Let me read this script. I got this script off of TikTok this morning. I was going to check my my messages and to comment back to the folk, like I do over there on YouTube or over here on YouTube. But this lady had done stomped on the devil's neck and was standing up strong, proclaiming the word of the Most High. She slid out Psalm 16 and 8. And I saw that written across the screen. And I said, let me see what this woman talking about. She said, I keep my eyes always on the Most High. With Him at my right hand, I will not be shaken. Therefore my heart is glad and my tongue rejoices. My body also will rest assured, because you will not abandon me to the realm of the dead. Nor will you let your faithful one see decay. Family, don't you know that was on-time medication this morning for me? Because like after I do these ideas, I be so high in the Ruach. And then when I record them, I be so high and anxious. And then I get quiet and ask for another word. And at times He won't give me one. He's basically saying, go on and get some rest. Or get some you time. You know, because that's the only chance I get to really settle down and have a little time to myself. But that don't work either. But He didn't give me one, so I started catching feelings, I guess you would say, and was all it takes is one thought, family, and it got ugly. But I finally went on and got some sleep after a minute, and then here come my aunt Charles hit me up from yesterday that I missed his text because I was editing my recording. But he just texted me a hit back from yesterday morning when he was saying, Shalom, Ak Robert, thank you for checking on me. And he wrote a few more things, but it's nothing but something that'll encourage us, so I'm sure he wouldn't mind. So let's look at it. And of course, I wrote a book. No, it was off his comment he made online, and I can't get to it right now. It was on a comment that he made on our prior recording. But he said, Shalom, But I replied back, Shalom, Ark Charles, the Most High is faithful. Focus is the key. I was told by my driving instructor as a child that whatever I focus on as a driver, that's where I'm going to steer towards. I learned later on that this was the same when I walked or ran. So if we are driving, walking, or running today and looking over to the left or the right, then we can be pulled or drawn into that thing because our eyes aren't focused forward. Our eyes aren't focused forward on the high prize, which is our destination. Our destination is found in the Most High and His word concerning us. Whatever we have let steal our attention must be removed from our focus as we remind ourselves, let this mind be in you as was also in Mashiach Yahushua, and refocus our vision, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our belief. I imagine that's why road signs are everywhere on the main highways, trying to get us to pull over and spin that loop. It's the same in the Ruach. Yahushua or Joshua was told not to look to the left or right in Joshua 1, 7, and 8. And it says, only be strong and very courageous to observe and do according to all the law, which Moses my servant commanded you. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that you may have good success whithersoever you go. It goes back to following the laws of the road. Praise the Most High. The Most High's laws of the road. So, Charles, I'm making a concerted effort to keep my focus 100% on our Abba Yahuwah today. Because as Psalms 16, 8 through 10 says, I keep my eyes always on the Most High. And another version says fix, which says I keep my eyes always fixed on the Most High. With Him at my right hand, I will not be shaken. Therefore my heart is glad and my tongue rejoices. We praise Him and we speak on Him. Tell our testimony. My body also will rest assured, or will rest secure, because you will not abandon me to the realm of the dead, nor will you let your faithful ones see decay. Total Rabbah for reminding me today where I'm going, and I don't have time for no exits off the straight and narrow for nothing and nobody. And see, family, that's accountability, that accountability piece that my wife always talks about in her line of work. I hear her on the phone talking about, what about the accountability piece with the parents, with the kids. So everybody got to have that accountability, family, where we're able to receive our responsibility, and then we're responsible to others. Just like I was just speaking on my wife's job, she's an advocate for troubled kids. She gets them the help that they need from different agencies, from other nonprofits or government agencies. And that accountability piece means that you're holding responsible the parent and the child for each other. So they're holding each other accountable for their part in the relationship. What does my child say I need to do for them? And what does my parent tell me I need to do for them? And it's the same with the Most High and with us as brothers and sisters out here, holding each other accountable and lifting each other up. See, the Most High knew I needed some heart medicine this morning before I tried to get out here and try to encourage somebody else. And He told me it's all about staying focused. That all things are working together for your good. See, He pieced all that together for me to have another idea today and not out here faking the phone. Not out here forcing my way through it. Because that's how I felt this morning when I woke up. I was battling the overnight, family. And it goes back to that prior recording where we were speaking on how Satan is upset. Because we're out here giving out this good heart medicine. And all it is exposing ourselves, telling the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and so help us the Most High. See, how Satan know he's been exposed, and when you're exposed, people can avoid. They were like, no, I'm not messing with that. That ain't nothing but a trap, and I'm done with traps in my life. But family, I thank the Most High for you today. We do appreciate you. We appreciate you tuning in and reaching out to us. It means the world to us. Trust me, it really does. But ask yourself that today, am I accountable? Do I accept accountability? And am I accountable? And do know you are when you're called according to his purpose, and that all things are working together for your good. It may not look like it today, but once you start really getting quiet and meditating on what the Most High is really doing, he'll reveal it to you. You're like, Robert, did you see how, I'm going to say this and we're going to go. When I was in the hospital, family, the doctors kept coming up with different stuff. And I got upset one day. I said, Pop, I'm tired of these jokers keep coming to me with this, that, and the other. Talking about this wrong with you. We need to try this new dope. We need to try this new procedure on you. I'm tired of it. And he said, Robert, have you noticed that when this comes up, we knock it down. And when that comes up, we knock it down too. I said, yeah, you're right, Pop. But the thing is, you doing all the heavy work. I'm not doing nothing. He said, Robert, without you believing in me, there ain't nothing I can do for you. Nothing. Praise the Most High, family. Let's go. They trying to get their praise on. But we love you, family. Do stay up and keep pushing forward in the right direction. And actually, they talking to those back over there. Like, we over here, They ain't said nothing else.